We're back in downtown Washington, D.C. at the annual Heritage Foundation President's Club, and with us to chat a little bit about some of the issues going on today is Dr. Ben Carson. Dr. Carson, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
So obviously one of the first things I want to talk to you about, since you have a very extensive and successful career in medicine, is what the heck is going on with Ebola right now. And I'm so interested to get your thoughts on whether or not the CDC is doing what they should be, and if the American public should be as concerned as we are, or perhaps more so.
Well, certainly our government seems to be gradually moving toward an understanding that this is a serious problem, and it's better late than never. We shouldn't voluntarily be bringing people in who have the disease until we have a 100% ironclad way of making sure that it is not transmitted. We should be treating them outside. We have the ability to do that, and then bring them back once they're cured. But the real focus needs to be in West Africa, because if it's allowed to spread beyond those 3 West African countries and across the continent, it could spread like wildfire.
Certainly, you know, as conservatives, we'd like to see Obamacare be overturned. From your perspective, working within the medical field, do you see that that's a possibility, and how extensive do you see the negative repercussions of Obamacare within that field?
Well, certainly I don't find a lot of support for it within the medical field, that's for certain. But then again, you know, the majority of Americans don't support it, and that number is getting larger each day that don't support it. And in January, when the employer mandate kicks in, that number is going to kick up quite substantially, because a lot of people will either lose their care or have their premiums drastically increased. So in terms of getting rid of it, it's going to pretty much collapse under its own weight. I think really the emphasis now needs to be put on what are we going to put in its place. And I think we can put together something that will be considerably less expensive, that will cover everybody, and that will eliminate the 2-tiered medical system.
Over the last few weeks and months, we've seen a lot of states in the United States overturn the ban on same-sex marriage. Do we need to be concerned about things like religious liberty being infringed upon, and states' rights to govern being infringed upon based on things like this?
What we have seen is a situation where 30-plus states have voted for one thing, and 20-plus judges have come along and overturned the will of the people. When we start doing things like persecuting, you know, a photographer who says, I don't want to participate in this ceremony because I don't believe in this, and the government says, but you must do it. That's not the America that was envisioned here. In fact, those are the kinds of things that people were trying to escape who came to this country, who helped to establish it.
A lot of Americans' minds right now are obviously set on elections. You know, the 2014 midterms elections are coming up, so obviously people are precursing the 2016 presidential election too. Is it your opinion that liberals have the edge when it comes to gaining the minority vote? Do conservatives? And whoever that party is, whoever that mindset is, why?
Well, there's no question that the liberals have the upper hand when it comes to getting the minority vote, primarily because they have been cultivating it for a very long period of time and have gotten a lot of people to believe that they are actually dependent upon them. And they're not dependent on them. What conservatives will have to do is demonstrate that there is a better way. And they have to show what that way is. What is the ladder that provides you with the mechanism to move from the lower rungs of society to whichever rung you want to move to?
So last question for you. Obviously I have to ask you this. Do you have your sights set on a presidential ticket for 2016?
I don't know what the presidential ticket will be. And I don't know if I'll be a part of it or not. Certainly I'm listening to all the clamoring that's going on about it. It wasn't what I really wanted to do, but I also don't want to see our country destroyed. So I'm listening very carefully to the people, because I want to do what the people want me to do.
Sir, we appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much.
Okay, a pleasure.